What is going on, everybody? This is Jackie's Graphic Design, and today I'm going to show you how to add blood or a scar to any photo you want. One thing about Photoshop, you can get as creative as you want to be, especially with Photoshop and photography, man. You just kind of got to act that character out. What I'm going to do is add a few scars on him, actually make it look like he's in that battle kind of setting. So he already has the intense look on his face, so we just kind of want to add some effects on there, special effects, what you call it. And to do that, we're gonna drag this over. I'm gonna drag this file. Wow, that looks really gruesome. It'll be a good file to add. Add that kind of special effect, blood effect. Okay, perfect. So once again, we want to click on our selected file, and once again pretty much drag the file that we want on top of it, creating a new layer. Nice, looks very, very good. Once again, very important, you want to lower the opacity down so you can actually see. As you can see already, it blends in pretty good. Just by lowering that opacity down, it blends in really good. It looks like he's actually really hurt. I can actually kind of see it. Wow, it looks really messed up, very realistic. So what I kind of want to do now is pretty much, wow, I might leave it at this. It looks really gruesome. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to leave it at this. So pretty much, I'm gonna bring my opacity back up. And once again, very important when layering or photo blending, you want to create a layer mask. This is very, very important. You want to create a layer mask. Once again, you want to use the black background. You want to use the black to delete the photo that's covering your layer. Now, since we got our brush tool selected, and we already had the layer mask, we essentially start blending in the scars now. Everything's already set in place, so we'll start doing that. I'll this should be a good eraser. Right now, I'm just kind of blending in those scars. As you see, even right there looks fairly good. You know, it looks like he has a mark on him already. So if I want to go further, I can. I can take it a step further. Kind of really add that scar on him. Wow. Now you see, it really looks like this guy got really messed up pretty bad. Wow. Looks like he got bit by a zombie or something. Wow, very, very nice. And as you see, you kind of see these little dark spots right here. We can actually get rid of those. Once again, we'll hit the black to kind of clean this image up a little bit. Lower it down. So definitely be my skin tone. Just to add a little bit more of a authentic look, we'll definitely get rid of some of this. As you see, it really looks like he has a wound. And we'll up the opacity a little bit too, to get rid of some more of this darker kind of image. See, the opacity is going to determine how much the photo blends in. So to kind of blend this cut in to make it look realistic, I had to lower the opacity. But right now, since I'm cleaning up the edges, I upped the opacity up to 90%. So this is very important when you're photo blending as well too. The opacity, it's going to determine how well your photo blends in. Okay, looks very good. Looks like he really has a nasty mark on him. Once again, I'll lower the opacity, kind of blend in this particular image. Once again, we want to switch over to the white to fill the selections. Really blend in as much as the image as we can. Okay, looks really good. Looks like he has a really nasty cut on his arm. Okay, everything looks good. It really does look like he has a nasty scar, like he's been bit. And the good thing about this is it's behind a green screen as well, so I can put it behind any background I want to without having to use the lasso tool to cut it out. So pretty much now, what we want to do, since we already have the effect on his arm, looks really good, we just want to go to merge layer, and we want to go to merge visible, so it all becomes one individual image. So now this is one individual image. So I'm able to do anything I want with this particular image now. I'm able to do anything I want. It's all one individual image. So I can even take it over to my filter gallery and kind of explore. Adjusting up the lighting, you know, just make it look more realistic. And you know, as you see, as I adjust up the lighting, everything kind of just stands out a little bit more. It really does. You see that scar really standing out, and it kind of has that, you know, vintage look, like he's really been bit by something, like really been bit by a monster, and it really has that really vintage feel. So it looks really good. Just bringing out the shadows, a lot more on this picture. So that's what kind of Photoshop is all about. Bringing out more of the shadows, you know, making it more of that gritty type of feel. Okay, perfect. Everything looks really good. It looks like he really has a nasty wound on him, man. He really needs to go to a doctor. Intense moment. And actually, you guys, if I want to even make this more intense, I can actually put him behind a background in the green screen, and we can actually do that right now. File. Now we'll take it over to my green screen software. Really good software to have, Photokey. It didn't cost nothing but like $20. You can get green screen software for $20, and particularly you don't even need a green screen. You can actually use the lasso tool to cut out your subject, put it in a transparent background, and replace it with a green screen. So you pretty much don't need a green screen. All you need is the software. You can do wonders. So right now, I'm at the Photokey software. I'm kind of waiting for that to load up. Okay, perfect. Everything looks good. We'll go to import. We'll type in the name of our file. I believe it was Jackie got bitten by a zombie. This is our file. We'll easily just transfer it over to the Photokey software. And as you see now, the background is fully transparent. So I don't have to use the lasso tool or anything to cut it out because it's already fully transparent. One thing about a green screen, the good thing about having a green screen, it always makes the background fully transparent. So you essentially just put any background you want behind your subject, anything. And to do that, I'm just going to go to Add. And we could pretty much add whatever background we want. This is a pretty good background right here, this picture of this zombie, so I'm going to add him in the background. Once again, I'm going to resize the background to cover the foreground image. Really kind of make it stand out. Yes, yes, everything looks really, really good. Really make this guy stand out like, perfect. Wow, really looks like a stressful situation right here. You know, this guy is really just, man, doesn't look too good at all. Wow, doesn't look too good at all for this guy, man. I mean, it looks really like a really stressful situation right here. So what we want to do now that we have our background in place, everything looks really good. It looks like the zombie is coming right at him. We want to go to export. Want to save it as Jackie Got Bitten by a Zombie 2. We essentially want to take this back to Photoshop, because we want to add some filters in it as well. And here it is. It pops right up, and we're just going to drag this right back to Photoshop. Okay, looks really good. So the first thing we want to do is we want to crop this. We want to crop it so it fits the full size. We don't want any of that white background in there. We want the full picture. We want to crop it to make it look as realistic as possible. We're just going to drag this up. We'll actually lower this a tad as well to make it look as realistic as possible. Okay, everything looks really good. So as you see now, got my image, everything blends in together. Before I created this image, I made sure to mess with the shadows, but everything pretty much blends in together. This can be a cover of a game, or it could be anything, you know. We can even go to the filters and kind of filter it out. Right now, personally, I think it looks really good. But if you want to filter it out, you can also go to your filters. Don't be afraid to go to your filters and kind of mess around. You know, it's all about being innovative. Looks really good. So if I even wanted to add a little bit of a cartoony effect to it, I could. Looks really good. And this is all about using your creativity, you guys. I mean, you can pretty much create anything with the Photoshop software. This didn't take me nothing but probably at least 10 minutes. And you could create wonders. This will also actually make a pretty good t-shirt as well. You know, I like putting a lot of designs like this on t-shirts. are on DeviantArt as well. You know, I could also put this on DeviantArt. You know, don't be afraid to kind of just put your artwork out there, because there's a lot of people that might see it. And once again, I'm just playing with these filters, you guys, and you know, really intense, really intense. I could pretty much do anything I want with this. I can add the newspaper type of feel. Just pretty much anything. I really like the cartoony look, so I can add that into the mix. I mean, so much stuff you can do with these filters. It's pretty much limitless. If I wanted to add more of a darker type of movie feel, I will go to low key effect, and as you see, the image is a lot darker. Oh man, it really has that movie type of aspect, and a lot of graphic designers will use this technique for movies, you know, like for poster movies in general. So they would use this technique for poster movies to kind of really bring it out. And you see, once again, I click on the low key effect, and it's really going to add that darker feel to it, which is really good. A lot of graphic designers use this technique to really bring out their photos, and they take advantage of their filters. All in all, this is the end of the tutorial. This is how you add blood. This is how you add special effects to a picture, and this is also how you add a background behind it. Right now it's behind a green screen. To do this, I didn't have to use the lasso tool to cut it out. I was behind a green screen, and many movie stars or many photographers will use that green screen to their advantage, and it saves a lot of time, and you can create a really good picture just like this in a matter of 10 minutes.